4 secret shopping strategies for sweet dreams. In this video, we'll cover 4 things that you need to plan before your visit to the mattress store. Number 1 is how much time to budget for your visit. Number 2 is when to go. Number 3 is who to take with you. And number 4 is what to wear. Wait, really? What to wear? Yep, these are important issues that many people don't consider when they're beginning the mattress buying process. Before we get started, let's set some expectations. What is your goal in going to the mattress store? Why are you going there? What would you like to accomplish? What would you consider to be a successful conclusion to a mattress store visit? From my perspective, most people really haven't considered this. They just have a general feeling that they're ready for a mattress, they need a mattress, they go to the place where the mattresses are, and they hope it works out. But in fact, if they don't have a plan, they just have a plan to fail. When you arrive at the mattress store, I'm on the inside waiting for you. I have 2 jobs for 2 employers. Number 1, I work for you. I'm your shopping assistant. I know my way around the floor. I know the products, I know the prices. I know the features, benefits, advantages. I can help steer you efficiently to the things you're looking for. I may know of any sales or incentives, local discounts. I might know of national sales that are going on. Maybe I know of a floor model that has to move right now. I can answer questions as they occur to you and have discussions and share anecdotes and tell you what other customers have found. I'm your resource. And then, number 2, I also work for the mattress store. And if you get close to a mattress decision, if you're coming to a conclusion, my job is just to ask you to do business with us rather than going down the street to the other guys. That's fair, right? Before we get to the 4 secrets of successful shopping, let's talk about 3 profiles of buyers. There's 3 kinds of customers that I encounter on a regular basis. Number 1 is the buyer. Number 2 is the person who shops without a plan. And number 3 is you. That's the informed consumer. The first type of customer we encounter is the buyer. That's someone who's not shopping. They already know what they want. They just walk in the store and say, I'm here to get 2 box springs, a queen mattress, a pillow protector. I need it all delivered by Saturday. Do you have it in stock? And of course we do. We take care of that customer, not a problem. The more common type of buyer is the second buyer, and that's someone who walks into a mattress store without a plan. Now, they think they're there to buy a mattress, and they came to the place that has the mattresses, but they don't really have a set objective or a plan on how to work it out. And for some of these people, it's going to work out great. And for others, it's going to be a very frustrating, unhappy experience. For people who show up at a mattress store without a plan, whether it's good or bad, all those appointments generally start the same way. The customer walks in the door, they glance around, they obviously are trying to figure out their environment and what their setting is, and a mattress store staffer approaches them and says, may I help you? And the customer says, no thanks, we're just browsing. Now, that's not true, but it's a little white lie that we tell each other. I call it the buyer-seller dance. Where did we learn that? We learned it from our parents or our grandparents. It's been going on for centuries. I do it myself. I go to Nordstrom's, a salesperson walks up to me and says, may I help you? And I say, no thanks, I'm just browsing. And that works fine for socks. But this is not a sock store. Here we have 100 different types of mattresses, all the accessories, every size, and the price ranges from $200 to $20,000. There is some product knowledge that's necessary to make the right decision, and just browsing is probably not the best strategy. If a person shows up at the mattress store without a plan and they're just browsing, it can work out well if I can break through the buyer-seller dance. Now, the buyer-seller dance is where I say, may I help you? And they say, no thanks, I'm just browsing. That doesn't cut it. So instead, what we do is when someone walks into my store, I say, welcome to the store. What's on your mind today? And guess what? They tell me because they know it's their problem that drove them here for their need, for their want, their desire. This is the most important topic to them themselves, and they know the answers. And so if I say, what's on your mind today? Maybe they'll tell me. And if they do, then I can help them find the right solution. If I'm going to successfully help someone with this, I want to know a few other things. And so I have a litany of questions I don't use them all the time, but these are things that help break the ice and get us moving toward the right solution. I might say, who's the mattress for? Is it for you? Is it for a family member? Is this for guests or maybe rental customers? This is an Airbnb. And if it is a mattress for a guest room or for a vacation home, do you ever sleep there? Do you sleep there when you're sick? Do you ever have separate times when you need separate bedrooms? And if you're going to sleep on this mattress, wouldn't you like to be the person who tries them? We can just go around and buy a mattress based on feel or price or touch it or do CPR, but the best way would be to lie down. So if this is a bed that you might sleep on, you're the right person to lie on the bed. And by the way, are you local or part-time local? And this mattress, what size do you need? And if we could find the mattress you want, do you want us to deliver it or is it something you'd like to take with you today? If they give me some answers to those questions, we got something to work with. Now I can help you out. Time out. Before we continue with the lesson, download the Smart Shopping Checklist. This is available for you. There's a link in the description. Use it when you're shopping or shopping online or shopping in person. And if you'd like for me to review it, send it to me. If you'd like for me to do a price check, let me know. I'll look into it for you. Thanks for your business. If a prospect comes into the store and works with a professional, experienced salesperson and answers the questions honestly and gives valid feedback, they're going to find a great solution. But then there's another kind of customer. That's the ones that come to the store without a plan and it's going to end badly. Why would that happen? Usually it's someone who's already upset before they get here. This is someone who doesn't want to shop for a mattress, doesn't think they can afford it, but they're driven by discomfort or fatigue or pain. So this is a person who's already decided that they don't want to do this, but they're going to do it anyway. They come to the store, they don't cooperate, they're argumentative or defensive. It ends badly. They don't get what they want. They leave in frustration, and the only thing they're going to have to do is just do it again at some later date. I've seen this scenario so many times, it's almost like a proverbial story that I can tell. So Joe is the shopper. Joe's the unhappy mattress shopper. He doesn't want to be doing this. He's been putting it off and he'd love to keep putting it off, but he's so tired. His back is killing him. He's not getting rest. So today of all days, he's overworked. He doesn't have enough time. He doesn't have the money, but today is the day he's decided he's going to take the bull by the horns and solve this. And so he decides, I'm just going to go to the store. I'm going to buy something. Anything is better than what I got. And I'm not paying too much for this, but I'm just going to get it done. And I know these guys because the door opens, they walk in, and a nice, friendly sales lady walks over and says, hello, welcome to the store. How may I help you? And Joe says, no, no, just show me the cheapest queen mattress you got. Well, we're off to a bad start. Here's what's going to happen. If the sales lady tries to help Joe, it's probably going to fail or fail. In other words, if she does show him the cheapest queen mattress we got, that's going to be a bad mattress. Or if she tries to show him the right thing or tries to figure out how to show him the right thing, she's just going to get resistance and rejection. And Joe's not going to trust her anyway. And it's just going to end badly. They may offend each other. And that happens sometimes. So in that case, what happens is everybody gets their feelings hurt. The customer storms out. They don't make a decision. They're a little bit embarrassed. And they're just going to have to do this again, either next weekend or the week after. But by then, they've already burned the bridges here. They're not coming back to this store, which means they've got to go to some other store, some further store. They got to go down the block, go to the next town. They got to spend more than they wanted to anyway. Bad scenario because they came in without a plan and with a bad attitude. What about the best kind of customer? Who's that? That's the person who comes to the mattress store with a plan. And let me make this clear. When you go to the mattress store, that's not the beginning of the mattress shopping process. That's the finish line. You shouldn't come to the mattress store to begin the process of figuring out what mattress to buy or how to do it. The store is where you go to complete the mission. Allow me to compare and contrast the way people think about this. Some people come to the store and gather information and they say to the sales clerk, write this down, give me your card. I'm going to take all this information. I'm going to go home and think about it. Think about that. What's at home? One bad mattress. What's here? 100 good mattresses. They're going to come here, gather information, and go there to make a decision? That doesn't make sense. The right thing is to make the decision here. Here is where all the mattresses are, all the resources are, all the information is, all the questions are answered. The mattress store is where you go to complete the process, not to start it, but to finish it. We're about to get to the 4 secret shopping strategies that lead to sweet dreams. But before we do, what's been your experience? Do you identify with any of these buyers? Are you buyer type 1, 2, or 3? Have you been through this before? Has it worked well for you? Has it not worked well for you? Put your story in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. I'd like your feedback. I want to learn from you, and I can share that with other customers. Here are the 4 secrets of successful mattress shopping. Number 1, how much time should I commit to this process? Well, the answer is 2 hours. You should plan on 2 hours. It's going to take 1 hour, so plan 2. Why is that? If you plan more time than you need, you can do this in a relaxed way, and you can be confident and calm as you go through the process. That'll give you time to come into the store, get your bearings, meet the staff, build some rapport, tell them what you're looking for, set some goals, and then start trying some mattresses. That'll give you a process of selection and a process of elimination. And when you get close to finding a mattress, you can have an either or choice, or maybe a few. And then you can start talking about the money. You can talk about the budget. And at that point, you'll be prepared to figure out how to pay for it, how much to pay for it. You can negotiate the right price. You can arrange financing if necessary. You can schedule shipping, and you can go home confident that you made a great choice. Number 2 is when to go. When should you go? Well, you should go when you have at least 2 hours, and that means you've got to go at least 2 hours before the store closing. It also means you should pick a date and time when you don't have other commitments that are going to get in the way. Go when you don't have to be at work, you don't have to pick up the kids, you don't have a pending dinner reservation, you don't have a doctor's appointment, or anything else that's going to interfere with this most important choice, this thing that you need to solve now. Secret 3 involves who you should take with you on this shopping expedition. You should take with you anyone who's going to be constructive to this decision, and you should not take anyone who's going to be disruptive to this process. Notice I didn't mention who's sleeping in the bed. That may or may not be the right person, especially for couples. Sometimes both people in a couple are excited about picking a bed together, and it's a group project and they're excited about it, and that's great. But many times that is not the case. Many times in one couple, one person is more interested in this process than the other. One person wants a new bed, one person doesn't want to spend any money. One person has high opinions about what's important, the other person thinks this is just a chore. One person thinks a bed should be a splurging event, something to spend some extra money on. The other person thinks it should be the cheapest thing possible and no frills. It's difficult. So if there's someone who you can bring who will help you through this process, who will make the decision with you, bring that person. That could be spouse, could be partner, might be friend or family member, could be mother, father, uncle, child. It could be the person who's going to pay for the mattress or help you pay for the mattress or help finance the mattress. Those are all constructive people that you want to bring to the process. Disruptive people who you don't want to bring to the process are naysayers. So if you have a spouse that is not excited about this project or doesn't want it to happen or doesn't want you to spend the money, if you're going to do it anyway, just don't bring them along. You know, I have this conversation with many people, and sometimes one spouse will come in, do all the shopping, and they're ready to go and they really want it, and they'll say, you know, I really got to go consult my spouse. I have to ask them or I have to bring them back. And I'll try to get to the root of it and say, let's be frank. If they wanted to shop for a mattress, wouldn't they already be here? Or maybe I'll say, do they enjoy mattress shopping? And if the answer is no, they hate it, then I would say, why would we torture them? Let's not bring them into this. If they really don't like this process, they're going to be relieved that you figure it out and handle it for them. So again, who do you bring to the store? You bring anyone who's going to be constructive to help you get a successful match. And who do you leave behind? Don't bring people who will be disruptive. That means a naysayer. It also means sometimes kids. Kids are a joy to have in the store if they're capable. If they're of the right age and the right mindset and they're having a good time and they're contributing to the process, that's great. But a lot of kids don't want to be here. So if your children are too young or too disruptive or hungry or tired, they're not going to help. Just don't bring them. Just pick another date and time, but don't bring disruptive people into the environment where you're trying to find a solution. Oh, nope. This mattress is uncomfortable. Ugh, I can never sleep on this. And finally, we come to secret number 4. Secret number 4 of successful mattress shopping, and that is what to wear. Sounds funny, but it's legitimate. You should plan to wear a comfortable single layer of lightweight clothes with closed-toed shoes. Here's why. Wearing something too short or too immodest could be indiscreet, so I wouldn't necessarily wear a mini skirt or bathing suit. We have that here at the beach. I also would not wear a big ski parka or winter jacket or a big floppy hat, something that's going to keep you from feeling the mattress. Now, what about shoes? I wouldn't wear boots, Doc Martens, cowboy boots, anything heavy like that. We do have foot protectors in all the beds, and so most people keep their shoes on, so you're not taking shoes on and off all the time. I'd just wear some simple, lightweight shoes. And if you have something that's a lightweight outfit, single layer, not restrictive, not constraining, it allows you to get in and out, in and out, in and out of beds multiple times and feel the mattress. That's what you're looking for. So now you're ready. This is a good plan. It's not very complex. You could do more, but it's not necessary. This will do. If you can come to the mattress store already knowing how much time you're going to commit, when to go, who to take with you, and what to wear, you're ready to find the right mattress.